Sit yourself down and stay for a while. Hear my tall tale that will surely beguile. A bona fide tale to shake you down to your shins. Take a breath, take a swig. This is how it begins. And we are live. Hold on. There we go. Now you guys can be heard.
The negative Eem actual play something something.
Success with a twist is what I believe we're calling it.
Questline thing. Here with us is a group of wonderful people that decided to join me on this terrific adventure and sort of game that we're all going to play. Word of warning, this is a new system for me. This is a new game for everybody involved, and the rules are in beta, so mistakes have been and will be made. We may pause, things may break, people may have to refresh their pages. We're also using Questline, which is a wonderful virtual tabletop to illustrate some of the things that are going in our game, but it is kind of new, kind of in development, whatever. Special thanks to the creator of the Questline virtual table for literally coding the rules for this game for us. I just mentioned, hey, it would be really cool if somebody would just do this work for free, and he totally did it. So, once again, welcome. We have a couple of people that are late. That's just going to happen.
It always happens.
With that, yes, it always happens. And with that, just so that we can have a refresher course for ourselves and anyone who is silly enough to watch us today, let's do a round of introductions. Before we do, just so that you can understand what is happening in your screen there, this is the headquarters of the... what are you guys calling yourselves?
The gals. Also, real quick, I just want to say thank you, Land of Eem, for following. That literally just blew my mind right now.
All right.
Yes, hello, Land of Eem. Anyways, we are calling ourselves the Gals, Gallivanting Adventurers and Local Services.
Yes. No relation to actual gals.
Well, there are like 2 in our party, but anyways.
Yes.
So, why don't we take a moment to introduce ourselves? I'll be going last since this is my channel. So who wants to go first?
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Don't everybody just jump up at once.
Excellent. Julie, go.
Great. Hello, everybody. My name is Julie. I use she and her pronouns. Very happy to be here. I'm a D&D 5e DM and a new player to the Land of Eem. Very, very excited to be here. I'm looking forward to playing this game. Today, I will be playing the role of Sir H. Whitney Goodshoe, a gnome from the river country. He's a couple hundred years old. He has lost his gay husband to the clutches of a harpy, so he is on a quest along with these other gals to fight the forces of evil. And both myself and Mr. Goodshoe are very happy to be here.
Excellent. Matt, why don't you go first since you're next on the list?
Yeah. Hi, my name is Matt. He, him pronouns. And I am new to the Land of Eem as well. I am very excited to explore this role system and have experience with lots of different RPGs, D&D 5e and a lot of D&D 5e, and then just a smattering of other things, Dungeon World, Fate, a lot of things. So yeah, excited to jump on in it, and I'm playing a imp bard, and bard in this system is a little bit different than bard in other systems. Some similarities, some really cool new mechanics. So I'm excited to try that out.
Awesome, that tracks, and then we will go to Trevor.
Hello, I'm Trevor. He, him pronouns. I am pretty new to Dungeons & Dragons, been playing for a couple of years, but I'm very new to the whole online aspect of it, so bear with me if I fumble around with that. I am playing Rube Uzitz, otherwise known as Slick. He is a gelatinous goo rascal, and I'm excited to explore the character with everyone.
And finally, we get to me. So, for those of you who don't know who I am, just joining us, hi, I'm Steph. I
Hey,
am
Steph.
going. Yes, hello. I am going to be playing the skeleton knight errant, Scalina Phantasmia. Ironically enough, this is actually supposed to be her house that we're in, I believe.
All right, that tracks. We have one other member of our gals pals that is unfortunately indisposed. If she shows up, we'll teleport her right in. Until that further notice, I will just mention briefly that she is playing a fantastic character by the name of Daisy Marigold, who is a boggart loyal chum and presently is basically sleeping.
How
That's
fitting.
art imitates life for you. Yes, I know. So we'll just say that she's completely zonked out for the moment. You know, things happen.
She'll
Anyways,
catch up eventually.
exactly. A couple of basic rules. Let's be respectful of each other. It's very difficult because we're not in the same room here and we don't necessarily see each other very easily. So try not to talk over each other. I will do my best to direct traffic and give everybody a clear opportunity to speak. But when you guys are interacting together, just mind that. That wouldn't be too bad. If you happen to scream over me, I'm not going to get offended. I am more interested in having all of you being able to say that which is what you like to say. If
Real quick,
any of you know,
to answer your question, M Prime, gelatinous goo do kind of gurgle and bubble like a coffee maker, but according to the creators of Land of Eem itself, it is pretty widespread that someone in the party would understand what they're saying.
yes, it is my ruling here that everybody speaks common, right? Everybody speaks common tongue, with the exception, of course, some characters and whatnot, as the situations may be. But in our party, everybody can understand each other, and no charades are necessary. You guys have all seen the rules of our game. Our game is intentionally lighthearted, and there are certain themes that we're simply not going to go deep into. Things like torture, for instance. I'm not going to name all of them, but like excessive torture or violence towards children or something like that. A dramatic,
Stuff you wouldn't want to hear on
horrible.
the news, basically.
Right. Dramatic, horrible things will happen. Silly as the game may be, there will be some serious moments. I'm absolutely certain of it. However, when it gets to subjects that are simply not awesome to talk about, if it ever happens, we'll mention it briefly, and some things just will not exist in our world. There's absolutely no first, second, third strike. If you guys just, if you need that in your lives for whatever bizarre reason, then just please do it elsewhere. That said, welcome to this fantastic corner of the Land of Eem. We are now in the fantastic city of, and here it is, my first crash. Awesome.
Marshgate.
Couldn't possibly, yes, thank you. To the, fantastic city of Marshgate, where through a series of unfortunate events, our intrepid adventurers have procured a sort of a headquarters. It's a small place, but it's a place of their own, once home to the grandma of our skeletal friend. And as we pull the curtains away and expose the panoramic view of this tiny little mansion, we'll call it, with one of the planks missing from the floor of it, we can see our adventurers engaging in their basic everyday activities. It is the beginning of the morning. One of them is still sleeping. The rest of them are sort of like doing their things. Didi just finished his toiletries in the tub. The rest of them are doing like breakfast, taking inventory, maybe warming themselves by the fire. And to completely force that on our party, since they are a group of adventurers and somewhat established, not extremely famous or anything like that, they do have a poster board outside of their building.
Sorry, that was my
Yes,
mistake.
they do. No problem. They do not have to follow everything that's on it, and not everything is a breadcrumb or a clue. Just as an aside, but it is a good place to look for jobs because that is how they earn money, which is what they need to pay the mortgage. Because turns out grandma owes some money to some people. So, with that in mind, what would you guys like to do? This is the beginning of another beautiful day. They are full of opportunities and hopefully gainful employment.
Give me
Uh,
1 second. I just gotta bring the screen back up.
sorry, I was asleep.
Hey, there you are.
Yes, you were. Yes, you were. This is story.
It's about
If you
time
log
you
into
woke up.
Questline, you notice your character was also asleep.
Okay.
That is completely unintentional, but art imitates life, you know?
Okay, I'm getting on my computer right now. I'll be back in here in a few minutes.
All right, very cool. Meanwhile, let's start this beautiful adventure. So, there you are. It is the beginning of the morning, and you guys are basically just finished with whatever it is that you do before you actually start doing cool things for the day, whatever that may be. Your backlog on the quest board that you have posted outside is quite extensive. There's like 4 or 5 items, which means that you haven't really done anything of consequence in a while, and the coffers are running just a little bit dry, I would say. So there are things you need to do, and you get to decide what those things are. And with that, I will, release the hound, so to speak. This is the very open-ended sandbox adventure. This is new for all of us. What are you guys doing this morning?
Well, Scalina is starting her day with a little bit of light reading. She's
What is
just
she
going
reading
through
today?
the various books that her granny had left behind after her untimely. I don't know if you could call it like an execution, but let's just say that some people didn't like her. Anyways.
What was the problem with Grandma?
Well, she brought a skeleton to life, for one.
So she is a necromancer?
Accidental necromancer. She didn't mean for Scalina to come to life, it's just, it happened. And certain people did not like that.
Really?
Mm-mm.
All right. Well,
Uh-oh.
yeah,
Having so
I'm
many problems. Ah.
yes. Well, this problem has been explained to me yesterday, and I was hoping that it's not gonna plague us, but there is a way for me to actually post images, which is what I was trying to do, to post an image of the job board for you guys, and that just completely blew up the game. So let me see if I can summon our friends to go and fix it. This is deeply unfortunate, and these are just great,
Still a work in progress,
fantastic.
folks.
Uh-huh.
That goes on. I think I
Mm-hmm.
will introduce what Whitney's up to. Maybe Jean to give you a chance to
Yes, please.
work on the quest line. I think Jean this morning is sitting around and maybe fumbling through, like Scalina, who's reading. Maybe Jean is fumbling through a bestiary or tome of creatures and critters. Whitney, being a gnome, is very interested in the protection of wildlife throughout the world, but he also is wary of creatures and critters who may not be so friendly. So I think as part of this adventuring party, he has taken an interest in those beings which pose a threat to his new friends. Um, so I think Jean's or Jean. Wow, I'm mixing up names. I think Whitney is probably sitting there doing a little reading as well, and like he's positioned on the quest line, which we can't see. He's warming himself by the fire as well, um, and yeah, I think Whitney is probably just enjoying his morning, but ready to go check out whatever new jobs we have posted.
All right. So this is going to be fun. I'm going to be doing this blind. I don't think that I'm going to get to see our virtual table today, but that's fine.
I don't think anybody is. Sorry about that, folks, but stuff like this happens. Anyways,
Yeah, so yes, so I've been told how to do it. I've been also warned that like one wrong move and it can explode, and I was absolutely confident that I'm not gonna blow it up, and I blew it up. So
so
there we are.
for
If
today's
he happens,
episode, it is going to be auditory only. Sadly.
quite possibly, if we can even find how to roll some dice, that'll be super fun. So let's hope that we can get rescued. In the meantime, just to give you a brief overview of what is exactly happening to your job board, I think somebody just posted that in our Discord, so let's check it out. Yeah, there are several things available to you. You're welcome to take a look at it and decide if there's anything that interests you today, and maybe we can work on that.
Alrighty. So, Scalina at this point is looking at the job board. She's trying to like quickly scan through like what is posted on the board and what would probably be beneficial for the team. So let me just get the job board up.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
You can get a. Oh, here we go.
Is it back up?
Developers to the red. Oh, it will be momentarily. He's on it, he says, and I believe him. So there you go. And I will never post those things again. So yes, look on Discord. Meanwhile, I will read to you exactly what's happening so that people will know. So we have the following advertisements available for you today. One of them says, missing since Tuesday. Marzipan the Precocious, a wizard of high class and low stature. There's no reward, but we would really like to find out if he's okay. P.S. He owes us money. Please inquire with Brentil and Juliana Hopscotch somewhere. Somewhere that I can't see. Awesome. Let's make this bigger. For any relevant information, it says. Second advertisement reads thus: the esteemed proprietor of the Old Man Wacko's all-natural ooze farm seeks experienced sanitation engineers to assist with a bit of strong-handed Purple Lake cleanup. Nothing to lose and lots to gain. Must have own gear. Old Man Wacko PDQ. Then we have a little typed note here in the corner. Says, hate cats? I sure do. The infernal things keep knocking over books, licking gold leaf right off the jackets. I so loathe their incessant yowling, their mat scratching, and the hairballs. Chase them away, and 30 silk bags of fine silver, probably forks, I guess, are yours to keep. Inquire with Maud at the Bogtown Public Library, and then there is an address.
Well, considering that's the only one I can see that's offering money.
Well, I mean that's
we
not
are in a bit
entirely
of a
true.
bind right now in terms of coinness.
That's not entirely true. The last message reads, colossally clueless, bitterly bewildered, literally lost, the House of Uncertainty quite possibly might need you. Maybe. Come to think of it, we are indeed of something delivered. What exactly is it, you ask? We haven't got the foggiest. Isn't that marvelous? Or perhaps dreadful? We're not sure. If you still haven't gotten a clue as to what we're talking about here, join the club. Or maybe our house. Or at the very least, bring some semi-sweet ceremonial watermelons. What are melons? I think they're delicious and there might actually be a generous reward. Pretty please? So those are all the things.
I'm guessing these are outside, so Scalina is just gonna take these off of the board, bring them inside, and go, right, which one of these are you thinking we're supposed to be doing? And she's saying that to everyone. She wants their vote.
Well, I think we should probably check out these cats. I don't know what this person has to say about cats. They seem to not like them, but I sure love those fuzzy little guys. So I want a cat. Maybe they're up for adoption.
Quite possibly.
Can we afford to feed a cat? I mean, we're kind of struggling as it is.
That is
All
also
right.
I'm
For
sure
true.
we
those
can
who are
always-
wondering, the white screen is plaguing everybody. As soon as it is fixed, which quite possibly can be now, I will. Oh yes, we're back in business. And hey, everything is
Yay.
working. And hey, there is new invites that need to go out for everyone. So let me create new invites and let me get everyone back in just in case you need them.
We have
New.
visuals, people.
Yes. All right.
Yay.
Thank you very much for a developer
And-
of this wonderful thing who is basically, just like doing it live.
and
Crazy.
And hi, I'm here. I have coffee. I'm awake.
Hooray. Hooray. We're back. And now there is the poster board. So there we go.
Okay.
All is well. Terrific. Join in. Let's continue this adventure.
Okay. Daisy hears the quest board with cats, and she's like, "Are we getting a cat?
Yes, I think we should.
Why? I can try new cat food recipes on it,
And there's something that could be
Wonderful.
working for us.
like Myrtle Ray. You know, that popular chef Myrtle Ray."
That tracks. I like that. So I'm taking it's cats, right? I shouldn't have even asked. The moment that they're cats, is that's what's happening today? All right. Well, for reference, just so that you will understand what the lay of the land is, here is the map of Eem. And this will be in a second when it loads. This is where you are. Hopefully. Here we go. You right now are in Marshgate, and you can see that. The rest of it is sort of surrounded by mystery. I will, actually clear up the map so you guys can see, because frankly, there isn't anything particularly mysterious about the general area where you're in, because, as it turns out, everybody kind of knows where things are in relation to Marshgate. So, here is Wacko's Ooze Farm. Here is Bogtown. And this is kind of the surrounding area around it. Nice, little area there with Orchsty so that you guys will know not to go there, that kind of thing. If
Hang
you're
tight, people, I
interested,
don't have visuals yet.
all right.
I think if you zoom out a little bit, you should be able to see the whole map, and then zoom back in to the small section that we have available to us.
Yes, you can do the scroll wheel thing here.
I actually refreshed it.
All right, cool. So the House of
Zoom out,
Uncertainty
hell.
proper is located over there. So with that in mind, you should be able to kind of realize, what the scale is and where you would need to go. If you're looking to find out where the wizard lives or anything like that, you'd probably have to find out, where he's missing from to begin with, and then, consult the map and see where that is.
Sorry, it's still not showing up. I don't know why.
Did you press F5 to refresh?
Uh, pressing F5 now.
I see everybody's logged in.
Yeah, and like I said, I couldn't see either, but then
Oh,
I just
interesting.
just had to zoom out, and then that worked.
Okay. Well, let me also try and help a little bit here.
See now too, the zoom out trick worked, but I
Yeah.
don't think my character has been assigned to me. I don't know if I made a different username by mistake.
Okay. Well, we
Oh,
can
I
fix
see.
that as well.
I
Let's
see
see.
all of us now.
All right. Didi,
Yeah, okay.
settings.
It is
Here
still
we go.
loading for me.
Should be fine. I gave it to both of you, so there's
Oh, is it a new link?
how it is.
Okay, thank you.
All right, and
Hang tight.
Slick Uzitis also here. Rubinus, where we are. That would be Slick. Here we go.
One second.
And doing a little bit of housekeeping here. Let's see. Daisy Marigold, who are you? You're a Tory, so that's it. Okay, cool.
Yeah, I don't know who I am most of the time, especially after I wake up.
It's okay. I'm sure that, you'll figure it out. You would also notice that at Marshgate, you're basically are sort of like a group. You're sharing one character that I have created for you. If you zoom super in, you'll see that you're in a little clump there. That is so that you can move yourselves on the map. I am not certain why it is difficult for you to see where the map is. I can most certainly try to, make sure that the map is where it's supposed to be. Yeah, it's at 0, 0. Everything's fine. Well, I don't know. Can you not see the map at all?
It's
I can
loading
see it.
for me,
It's
anyways.
loading. Maybe it's too big. I don't know. Anyhow,
Wait, so I can see the map, but am I supposed to see my character?
not
Right.
so much. If you zoom into Marshgate, you would notice that you guys are all of your characters are sort of in a group together. I decided to give you control of that sort of party group on the big overworld map, simply so that you could easily see where you are. Because giving individual characters, that means that everybody moves around and it gets a little crazy.
Yeah, it's still not working for me. I don't know why.
What is not working for you exactly?
Like the map is just not showing up. Like it'll say it's loading, and then once it finishes, it's just a blank screen.
Huh.
Have you scrolled out? Because I had to scroll
Yeah.
out quite a bit before I could actually see it, and then I could zoom in.
I'll try it again. Again, sorry for all of you watching.
Yeah. By the way, if you click on a little wrench that you have there under the gear, sorry,
Yes.
Yeah.
I can see your screen. Click
Oh.
on a little wrench.
Okay.
Yeah.
There we go.
One of the buttons that pops up will be recenter. Do you see that?
Mhm.
That's
And
how you
then it's
recenter them.
okay, and then
Okay,
it's on the
so-
blank side.
Oh, there we go. There it is.
We
There we
good?
go.
Yeah, we're
no,
good.
the reason why the recenter wait, you can see my screen?
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, you're streaming.
Okay, so Marshgate, Ooze Farm, Orange
streaming?
Side, Bogtown.
Yes. Awesome. So if you go all the way down to the southeast, you would also notice that there is the House of Uncertainty right there with the dipping bridge.
Hmm.
Right? So that is that other place. You know about it because everybody knows about the House of Uncertainty. It's a strange and silly place, but
Are you certain about that?
maybe you can make some money. I'm sorry?
Are
By
you
the way,
certain
if you
about
click,
that?
yes, if you click on that poster board that is in the chat, you'll be able to actually see like a bigger version of it for yourself. It may open in a different screen or something. I don't know,
Yeah.
but there
Mhm.
is in fact a way. There you go. There it is, nice and fuzzy. Excellent.
I can only zoom in so much.
Oi. Okay. So you have some things that you could pick from, and we have worked out all of our technical difficulties, like literally every single one. So let's move on. As you guys operate in such a way that you help people with their needs and thus earn money, what is it that you would like to do? Are any of these things interest you? Or perhaps would you like to say, screw you, GM, for preparing all of those fantastic adventures? We're just going to wander into, I don't know, the Fleabag County and see what's there.
I think we all agreed that we were going to do the cat mission.
All right. Well, the cat mission is located in the library in Bogtown. As you understand, there are little hexes there on the map, and you can travel 2 of them per day. Which here means that it is at least a 3-day journey for you to schlep all the way from Marchgate to Bogtown. Probably faster if you take the river, but last I checked, you don't have a boat.
We do have a Zozo bird, though.
It is, so maybe you can get there faster until you get to the river, and then your Zozo bird is going to need to get across it.
Also, I
It's
need
one
to
of those
point
things.
out that someone in the land of Eem is laughing at us right now. How dare you? I'm just kidding.
Um,
Hmm.
well, I guess let's see. Could we fashion a boat somehow? I see that within at least a day's journey, there's certainly lots of trees. There's forest, sort of in the swamp there. It seems like it would probably take longer to build a boat than to just keep walking. So,
Could be to
Well,
we
rent a
could
boat.
can we buy a boat in Marshgate?
Rent a boat.
yes. I mean,
steal a boat.
you could do either of those things. It just so happens that there is a used boat salesman at Marshgate. It is somebody that you know. It's a shrimp by the name of Slyman Keelhaul. Slyman Keelhaul operates the Keelhaul Boat Shop, which is located, Shoppy or whatever, which is located here at Marshgate. And if you are looking for a boat to purchase and, have the necessary prerequisite of the bags of gold, perhaps you could do that.
My vote's on renting the boat.
Yeah, let's rent a boat.
All right. The Keelhaul Boat Shop is located downtown Marshgate, which just happens to sit conveniently on the water. There's a big dock. There's some various interesting characters usually selling food and other stuff there. So it is a very, very short walk from where you guys are. If that is what you would like to do, then we can just go there. That'd be a fun thing, wouldn't it?
Yes, let's go.
Maybe. All right.
Let's go steal a boat.
All right. So
We're
you
renting
set
it,
off.
not stealing it, Slick.
We're
You
gonna rent.
Yes.
Without paying.
Oh,
Slick!
All right. It's going to be one of those adventures. Okay.
This is how
So
we're starting.
So you basically make your way down to downtown Marshgate, which, if you walk briskly, you will probably miss it. Marshgate is not a small town by any means, but downtown areas has been under construction since before the city has been established. Right now, it is still kind of early morning-ish. It's before noon, and so you see a lot of fishmongers and other, water-related businessmen trying to, begin their day casting nets and getting in boats and doing all of that stuff. And as you approach this very grandiose for Marshgate, I guess, shack that is located right off the pier, you see this character. He's standing there and he's currently unlocking the gate, and he's got his big stick with which he is like prying the shutters away from the windows. You see that the windows also have really thick bars on them, and he's like unlocking about 20 locks on the door. He is about 5'4", maybe 5'5". He's kind of short for a shrimp, and he's got an eye patch in one of his eyes. And right as you approach, he kind of turns around and goes, yes, welcome to the wonderful world of boats. How may I boat you today? Have you come to give me all your money? We got fabulous boats of all shapes and sizes.
Scalina is just gonna go right up to him and say, "Top of the morning to you. We would prefer if you didn't take all of our money, but we will provide currency for your services."
He goes, well, that depends. How much money do you suppose you have?
How much money do we have?
Whitney is going to make use of his flaw to tell the truth when it's very inconvenient, and Whitney is gonna pipe up and say, just like very comically, like standing directly behind Scalina, and then just like peeking out from behind.
Right.
Although I suppose that doesn't work because she's like practically see-through, right? Just because you can see the slats in between her bones. So I don't know if that quite works. But Whitney's gonna pop out. We barely have any money at all. But please give us a boat.
He goes, no money, eh? Well, that changes things. We're closed for.
Wait. You see Daisy run up. She's like, wait. We wanted
Yes.
to see about renting a boat for the day or hiring someone to go through to take us to somewhere for the day.
He goes, boat rentals. That'll
Yes.
be. He
You've
kind of
never-
looks at you.
You've
Mhm.
never had that suggestion before, have you?
He goes, well, I've never had that before, and frankly, I don't have that. We're set up here for the rental business.
Think about it. You
But-
can make and you can make more money that way too.
He goes, more money? What do you mean?
Think about it. Not everyone can afford a boat, but sometimes people have to travel to another island for a day or so. If you rent the boats for half of charge, you could be making another business.
And
Kinda
you can
stands there
possibly
and he's-
charge for each day it's out.
Uh
He
huh.
stands there and he scratches his chin and absent-mindedly lifts his eye patch to show a perfectly fine eye, and he kind of takes out a little handkerchief and he sort of cleans it like it was a monocle or a set of glasses or something, and he
Oh.
kind of like deep in thought and he sort of breathes on it and like cleans it out and goes, "You puny boggart, you have how do you say?" Have a very good idea there. Here's another. He goes, I, a absolutely honest proprietor of this fine boating establishment, Slime and Killhole, the 12th. It's a big family. Mostly cousins, but He goes, I will let you borrow my boat after my magnanimous nature and great charity spirit. He goes, what say you? Will you accept a generous what would you say that would be? Low of a boat?
Daisy looks around at the group for their approval.
Hmm. So we're just
No.
borrowing it. No strings attached?
He goes, no strings, just a small favor.
Yes.
Very itsy bitsy little favor. You
Right.
wouldn't even notice. It's very small, about the size of suitcase.
Alright. And what would that be?
He goes, well, I happen to be need to deliver a package to Skiff. And as luck would have it, I'm busy. So you get to do it, and in exchange you can, borrow the boat for a day or two.
And where, pray tell, may we find him?
He goes, oh, Skiff! And he goes, hand me your map. And he takes the map and he kind of looks at it and he hams and haws. And then he puts a little dot on the map right around here. He goes, there's Skiff. It's like, a few days downriver. Past the Orchsty, Quagmarsh, that sort of thing. I think it's, Buckdown's on the way. If that's where you're going, I don't know.
Hmm. What would you suggest the best route, shall we say, we should take?
He goes, I don't know. If you want a boat, clearly you have clever navigators and salespersons among you. That little red guy over there, Floaty, he looks like a good lookout. So maybe that? Yeah. I don't know.
Whitney, who has an oar in his inventory, I'm gonna say that he probably carries it like a big sword on his back.
Sure.
So Whitney pulls out this giant wooden oar, says, "I know how to boat, but I don't have a boat. I just have the oar. So, would you complete the set, please?"
Just give us a boat, maybe?
He goes, well, give is a big word. I prefer borrow, and, with favor.
Do you have anything broken that you need mended? I'm a little crafty kind of guy, you know.
He goes, nah, I'd rather have package delivered to Skiff. It is good deal. You will like it.
Okay.
Can
I have a
Oh, go ahead.
great friend in Skiff who needs package, yes.
I would actually like to roll for 1 second. uh,
Daisy looks at the package and she's like, but what's in the package?
He looks at you and goes, Nanya! This is none of your business. Yeah?
Yeah,
Just
is that legal or illegal? Is Nanya is legal?
He goes, yes.
I'm sorry.
Of
That's
course.
adorable.
You deliver package to Skiff, give it to Grabnik. They're totally honest. See, even his name suggests that it's absolutely legit. All on the up and up. No funny business.
I would like to roll for intimidation.
Oh, okay. You want to intimidate the old keelhole, huh? All right.
Yep.
Go for it. You know how. Open up your character sheet, click on the thingy, take it from there. Yeah? No? Need some help?
And
All right.
roll.
Uh-huh.
Is it an
Intimidate. 8. That is an 8. And as far as I understand, that is success with a twist. All right, so what do you do?
I look at him and say, listen here. If we don't come back and you don't give us that boat, we're going to come back and haunt you for the rest of your life.
He goes, haunting? No. I don't need no haunting. You can have boat. I told you. I let you borrow boat for a whole week. Just, deliver the package. That is non-negotiable, unfortunately. I'm happy to oblige. You look like an upstanding, whatever the heck you are. I don't know. You look scary.
Perception check by shaking the box.
When he will come to shake the box, he'll kind of stand. He will sort of gingerly step in between you and the box and go, I didn't mention the terms of the deal clearly, I think. Is do not ask what inside the box, do not touch the box, hand box to Grabnik. Very honest.
I don't know. There's this one story I heard about. There was a head in a box and everything.
She goes, well, it's not that, if that's what you're asking.
All right, well, we better get going if you want us to deliver this package. One last question. Do your boats accommodate Zozo birds?
He goes, why do you want to take a bird in a boat? That doesn't make any sense.
She's my
You
friend.
can't ride the
see.
bird in the
She
boat.
follows me everywhere.
Because, it's probably enough space there on the boat. I don't know. One of those things.
While the fine proprietor is distracted by this final question, I would like to hustle him and pickpocket.
Oh boy.
That's a once per session roll a mundane
All right.
item.
How can I help?
I don't think I need any help for this one. I just roll a D200 and get an item.
Yeah, that seems right. Let's just hope it's not another boat.
Okay.
It'd be
I
ironic.
don't know if I can roll a D200 on this.
I'm just waiting for it to be a side patch or something.
A D200.
Yeah.
You can put down /R D200 into the chat and just do it that way.
Okay.
In the
which
chat. We're only in Questline right now. Everything else
okay,
doesn't
cool.
exist. There is a
Sounds
chat
good.
on the right.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. And I will scramble to try and find where that thing is, where the chart is for all of us to see the mundane item that you're stealing from this poor guy.
So how do I roll that again? It's r slash.
R slash slash R to D200.
Cool.
Here we go.
It's on page 78 of the
Uh,
rule book.
Yep, I got it.
Oh.
Space maybe? Like slash R space.
No, yes. Slash R space
Oh.
D200. Yep.
Like how
Not
they
like
do
that.
Got
it. How they do it on that other D&D site. Or
Yep. Just like that. No?
It says
Still no?
roll dice options.
All right.
Let's see.
Look. There is a little button to the left of the text input window that looks like 6 squares. If you click on that, a thing will pop up, one, like a die and a box. Just click on the die. Get that up. And we do not have a D200 in there, of course, because why would we? That would absolutely not work. So...
If I roll a 20 and then a 10?
No, just roll two
sure.
D100s.
Yeah.
Roll, yeah.
2
2
D100s,
should
I
work.
guess, and then add
Okay.
them together or something. Yeah. All right.
the game, okay.
That's way too much. That's not gonna work. That's not gonna work. All right, let's puzzle this. I will roll for you.
Wait, why is it? What?
What?
Well, it still works.
Oh, it still works. What do we
that
have?
gives us 144.
144. Terrific.
144.
All right, 144. Jesus. Thank
Please
you,
don't be a
people who
boat.
made this role-playing. Thank you, people who made this role-playing game, because now I need to look through the 144 items. That's nice. 144. You managed to steal a small vial from his pocket. Seems like he's got little lead vials hanging off of his belt. And right as he was like gesticulating wildly and telling you about the package and standing in between you and the package, you reach out and you sort of snag one of them. And it is a vial of acid. Good thing is it's pricey. Bad thing is it's a vial of acid. So I'm going to give it to you. Won't have a fancy icon today, but Mr. Uzitz, you are going to have that. That is a thing that you're going to get. So
Whatever
let's
you
see.
do,
Sounds
not
good.
drop it.
Vial
Wait, I never
of
rolled my
acid.
mundane item. Should I also do that?
You're welcome to do that if that is what you like to do. That's totally fine. Gives me a
Or
moment
don't-
to find a fitting icon for it. So
Or don't
Oh, I
drink
haven't
the
done that
acid.
either.
Don't drink the acid either. That may be a bad idea too.
It burns when it
usually
goes
isn't-
down, but woo!
Yep.
I
All
rolled
right.
a 10.
You have a vial of acid, and with your 10 on 2D, like you really are. Okay, you get a wooden spoon. Congratulations.
Yes.
All right, and that would be Didi. All right, Didi, I am giving you a wooden spoon right now. I mean, it could be a metal spoon if that's what you want. Really, it's your spoon. You can cry if you want to.
That's
All right, wooden spoon. All right, fantastic. And it is a 2. All right. And that is one item for you. So confirm. You have a wooden spoon. Congratulations. It's a spoon. And I think Rube here needs his little vial of acid. So let's see. Vial of acid. All right. Sounds legit. And there's the vial of acid. So save. And then add to list. Bam! You have a vial of acid. Congratulations. All right. So the shrimp looks at you and kind of squints and goes, "All right, friends. I haven't got all day here. So how's about we make with the boat?"
Yes, thank you.
He goes, "Great. Will you be taking it now, or will you be coming by later?"
Well, we don't really have anywhere to go right now.
He goes, well, I suppose you are as provisioned as you're going to be, all things considered.
We're just gonna be going now.
All right. So he takes you down to the dockside and he shows you an assortment of boats. And at first you see fantastic little skiffs and a couple of tugboats and really wonderful things. And he keeps going and going and going and going.
I know where this is going.
After about 5 minutes, he turns the corner and there stands the most loanable boat you've ever seen. It's called, I don't know, the Bobbing Beauty. And it looks like somebody basically brought it in for scrap and maybe good old Slyman have fixed it up a little. It's mostly wooden. It's painted from the outside, but not from the inside. It looks like an old tugboat that maybe doesn't have an engine anymore because, there's clearly you'll have to see if it works. It looks a little like a miniature barge. Definitely not going to win any sort of contests or any kind of regattas or anything like that. There is no sail. He fishes in the pockets and he takes out a key on a big chunk of driftwood. And he goes, yes. Good old beauty. Here's the key and Godspeed. Now, it takes coal and wood and a good kick in the engine down below. Probably enough space for all of you to comfortably huddle together for warmth. Yeah? And here's a complimentary bucket. And he hands you a bucket, right? And it's just this big bucket and just shoves it into the hands of, let's see, who is here, into Daisy's hands. He goes, you look like a bucket person. There you go. You know what to do. And he kind of takes 2 fingers and he gives you a little salute, tips.
I'm more of a frying pan person, though.
He goes, you're a bucket person now. And he just, kind of, he takes out his big package that is about the size of a suitcase, like a Samsonite, He goes in, he sort of hops into the boat, he walks down below and he puts it somewhere and then he comes back out and he sort of tips his invisible hat to you and goes, business with you. So my buddy at Skiff, he'll be expecting it in a few days. So you can take care of your business first. I don't care. He goes, meanwhile, just don't forget, it's Grabnik the Totally Honest. Yes? Please write it down.
All right.
Come on, Grabnik. Grabnik the Totally Honest. Yes, very good. And he goes, well, pleasure doing business with you. Drop off the boat in a week. Or, it's your kneecaps. And he kind of whistles around and he walks away.
Daisy just hollers at him. Thank you for the boat. That was very kind of you.
He goes, thank me when you bring it back. Yeah? And kind of winks and just, walks away to open up his shop. And there you are, you're proprietors of this temporary boat. It is sort of precarious, and it creaks a little when you step on it.
Just like actual rental boats.
More or less.
Whitney looks out at this boat and just lifts his arms up in the air.
Wow, this is the greatest boat I've ever seen! This is amazing!
How many boats have Whitney ever seen?
I was just about to ask that to it.
Same.
But they've all been pretty rickety.
All right. Okay.
And you also notice on Whitney's face a little bit of sadness, which I will not reveal unless anybody's interested.
I can only show so
All
much
right.
on this screen, but anyways, right. So, how about we be getting our supplies and everything before we head out?
Need to get some food supplies.
It is entirely possible. The town of Marshgate offers such wonderful shopping opportunities as the Loam Depot. There is, of course, a little place known as Sears. That's with 2 E's, R and S.
Gosh.
I get it.
I get it too.
Yes. There is, stuff of that nature. Mostly Loam Depot and Sears for general supplies. Loam Depot for like all of your needs, and Sears for like good fortune and maybe some clarity, maybe some grounding for the journey ahead. There are of course various bodegas and like small little things that are off the pier and into downtown that you can also visit. Basically, if you're looking for mundane items, you can find them. Item, weapons, whatever it is that you need, all of them have prices and things, and you can just tell me where you want to go, and that's what we will do.
Trying to think right
Don't
now.
don't all just jump in all at once.
No, I'm trying to
I
think.
say
of
we
what
just
we
jump on the boat and just fish. Just
That
fish
is
for
true,
food.
we
Let's
could
go
do that.
for it.
You could fish.
Everything I
This
need. I've got my oar and I've got cards. If we want to play cards on the way,
We need
and
more than just fish. We'll need to have fresh water because this water is probably unhealthy for us and will make us sick.
oh, I bet it's fairly drinkable. Look, I'll try it right now. And Whitney is gonna go over into the docks, and he's gonna gingerly take off his hat and place it to the side, just on the wooden planks, and then he's gonna dunk his whole head in the water and take
Right.
a big
As he goes to do that, a lone seagull swoops down and takes a big full of brackish water off the pier. It goggles it gingerly and like looks at Whitney, kind of winks, and then there is a moment of silence, a look of utter horror in the seagull's face, and it just falls into the canal.
Oh,
Oh Jesus!
The seagull! Somebody rescue it! I'm gonna
Can I
dive
grab
in
the
and get the seagull.
yeah.
Get
Wait,
the
with the
seagull.
seagull, we can eat the seagull, right?
No, don't eat the seagull! He's my friend and I loved
I don't know if
him!
the seagull or for the fish, but Daddy is on keto, so
Daddy
that's
is
something
on
that I would like to.
keto.
Yeah, so I just if we could keep it protein heavy and I'm fine with whatever, but
Yeah, all right, great. So he
Real
doesn't
quick, where's
eat,
Slick? Gotta keep an eye on Slick.
That's a good question.
I'm
Where are
currently
you,
grabbing
Slick?
the seagull out of the water.
All right. Slick kind of bends down and tries to fish out the seagull. The oily film on the bay kind of makes it, resists the puncture a little bit. Eventually, I won't even make you roll for it. That's fine. You kind of move around your hand and you pluck out something wet and hairy, and you take out a large out. You thought it was a seagull. It's really an albatross. It's just this large doofy bird that is just laying there on the ground, completely splayed. Its tongue is hanging out of its mouth, and it looks like it's not breathing.
Can I roll to give this seagull mouth-to-mouth resuscitation?
You absolutely can do just about everything in the land of Eem, including and not limited to Frenching an albatross.
mouth to beak. It's officially mouth to beak.
Yes, mouth
Oh.
to beak.
Mouth to beak. All right. Well, this will be a wilderness check because you're trying to figure out how do
I'm
albatrosses work.
proficient in that! Yes! Let's go! Okay, wilderness. Let's see. Okay, I've got a +2 to wilderness, everybody. Here we go. Big roll
go.
right now.
Here we go.
Okay.
All right. Don't
Click it
don't
and
roll high.
Okay.
Ooh.
All right, 6. In the world of Eem, I consult my rules because I don't know them by heart yet. The 6 is success with a twist. All right. So you start, you like open up the bag. Tell me, what are you doing? I mean, this is really weird. So you better have a very good story to tell. So there's this like wet, incredibly, like passed out albatross, which about has the wingspan the size of you. And what are you doing with it exactly? Just
So-
giving it beak to mouth, just trying to like breathe the gift of life back into it.
Well, it's a little more complex than that. But essentially, so I walk over to this albatross that that Slick has so kindly fished out of the water. And I'm going to, pry open its beak with my fingers and sort of try and stick my mouth in there. And as I do, I'm going to pump on its stomach. In the real world, we would pump to the tune of "Staying Alive." I think it's a Bee Gees song or something. But in the land of Eem, I would like to pump to the tune of "Please Don't Die," which is an old folk song.
Yes, it's a folk song. It's by Papa Farley, the traveling bogrel. He is a very famous folk musician. It tracks. It's a snappy tune.
At least it's not another one bites the dust.
So the Land of Eem creators are saying, "Don't die on this bird."
All right, excellent.
Please tell me this happens with a 6, please.
All right. Well, I mean, it is a success. The twist is that, well, the albatross is a very large bird. And as I understand it, Whitney is a very small man. With that, as he pries the beak open, his head kind of like eventually just under the whole pressure and, this drama of the moment, it just falls in head first into the albatross's mouth. And there is this moment of confusion in which you understand that now you can see its tonsils, right, from the inside. And then the albatross jerks back to life and vomits its breakfast and fish and seawater all over you. There's chunks of fish and all kinds of interesting things stuck in your beard. And it recoils, it jumps back to its feet and it looks wildly at all of you. And then he looks at you, Whitney, the only person who can understand him because, nobody else talks to animals. And in this smooth baritone voice, attributed only to the likes of Morgan Freeman, he kind of looks at you and goes, "Son, I'll never forget this kindness." And he kind of gives you this wink, and then he magnificently spreads his wings, and he dusts itself off. There's this moment of magnificence and splendor in this. Is the majestic bird sort of spreading its last bits of chunks from its face and everything everywhere, and it just spreads its wings and takes off.
Farewell, my friend. Goodbye and good tidings.
See,
What did
just
the
look
bird
at
say
the-
to you?
That's a secret between me and my new best friend.
Daisy just watches the whole thing and she's like, "Yeah, we're going to go get some fresh water in the market."
Dede is wondering that since this is a bay and not a sea, is this technically was that a bagel? Or
Get out! Out!
Yeah.
Out! You're banned from the party! Out! Get out!
I give you a virtual high five for that.
That's
Get out!
pretty good.
This is
All right.
bagel.
So you don't need to buy fresh water. Fresh water is readily available from a public well. There is a small line to the public well. A couple of shrimps, oddly an orch, a couple of boggards, a bogrel, just your usual crowd of strange, misshapen, lumpy things standing in line with buckets and thermoses and whatnot, waiting for water. There is a portly looking human standing in front of the... One moment.
Yep.
What's the that she likes?
Oh, give her Mario. Mario is fine.
Please stand by. Life is in the way.
No.
Oh.
Nope.
So, as we can see, our DM is helping out this random family in the land.
Yes, turns out that there is absolutely no respect for streaming, but we got only 4 people watching us, and 2 of them are so invested into this game because they made it. So, I don't really have any shame in this.
Okay.
And one of them is me.
Where's the link, by the way?
To what?
Oh, yes.
The stream link.
1 second.
I
did post it
wouldn't
on the
turn
Land of
on the
Eem
sound.
Discord.
Okay.
Yeah, I wouldn't turn on the sound. You will create a lot of audio problems.
And it's
So
just really
and then you will
disorienting.
basically see, yes, and you will basically see what you're seeing right now, only on somebody else's screen and fuzzy. So, you're not really missing anything. Anyhow, So, you come in and they kind of like, sort of like, oh, hello. They sort of mill about and let you stand in line. There's about 15 people in front of you. Occasionally, the portly man from the front screams, next! And, people shuffle in and get in. You wait about 20 minutes, I would say. Eventually, your turn comes up. You come in. He looks at you and goes, ticket, please! He is short and portly, and his nose is red and bulbous. He's got some missing hair. He kind of looks like Mario that let himself go.
Pressed
If you could
Mario,
think about
okay.
right. He kind of like he looks at you and goes, tickets, please, and extends a little pudgy hand towards you. He's taller than a gnome, but only just.
Wait, we
Tickets
needed
win.
tickets for this?
Aye.
He goes, you ain't got no ticket. And he points back, and like, some 20 minutes back in the line, there's a little sign and a machine that you pull up, gives you like a little ticket.
Oh.
Well, to be fair, we didn't see the sign.
He goes, did you look at that? People don't see the sign. The sign that I made with these two hands and posted right over there. And no ticket, huh? That's
Well, to be fair, I don't even have eyes.
Cool. He goes,
Daisy looks sad, and she's going to be, look, we're really sorry we didn't get a ticket, but we're about to go on a travel, and we need to get some fresh water for the travels. So please, and she puts her hands together in a begging way and just gives him this like puppy eye face, going, "Can you please let us get some water?"
what would this be? This
I would
isn't
assume
D&D. So
charm.
charm, maybe? Yes.
Okay,
Charm.
where's the rolling stuff?
So you click on charm proper, I believe, on your skill.
On your character sheet.
Yep, there is you can click on the +2, I believe, and that will roll it for you.
Okay.
I could be wrong here, mind you. We're all new to this thing.
Okay. Roll.
Yes, if you click on. Oh, there you go.
Whoa!
Ooh.
Nice!
Whoa. 11.
I just know it's on pure shoujo right now.
Apparently. So 11 is a success, right? He kind of looks at you and goes, would you look at that? Little bogged girl here putting on the waterworks. Well, tell you what, it's almost lunchtime and I ain't got time to waste, so off with you. Next time, get the ticket, please. And he motions for all of you to go get water. And so you do. You have a bucket. Now you have a bucket of, fresh water. It's out of the well in Marshgate. So you draw your own conclusions. But will you die from it? Probably not.
I have to
So we
say,
can
if I
burn
tried
out.
that, it probably wouldn't work.
He goes, all right, hurry along. Next.
It's a simple trick. Some of these guys just try to scam you as easily as they can. So you just have to give them a sweet smile most of the time. You kind of have to outcon the con.
Are you saying that in front of him?
No.
She's
It's
just
when they're
whispering.
walking.
Let's just say you took a few steps away.
Yeah, I'm so sorry I didn't properly describe it. I'm so sorry.
That's totally
No,
fine.
you're good. I just thought it'd be funny.
Yeah, that would be funny. But you have a bucket of water that should last you a while. I mean, and you don't necessarily have to go all the way down to whatever it is you're going. You can, stop by, the Ooze Farm or Bogtown, or, go talk to Orchards for some fresh water. That's going to go over really well. I recommend it.
All right, so.
Okay, wonderful. Let's go talk to the orchards.
All right. Hopefully, they'll be
Ho-
civilized enough for us to get somewhere.
All right. You pass by Loam Depot. There's a sale on shovels and manure going on right now. Buy one, get one free. So long as, you provide your own barrel. There's some other things going on. There is a like a stall selling rat on a stick, and you pass by, and then you turn a corner, and you hear this sort of a shrill, odd voice calling out from what seems to be like a dark alley, I would say. You peer inside and you see this little thing kind of sitting there, and it looks at it and goes, "Oh, melons for sale!"
Me?
Uh,
You said
we're
melon?
good. We're good. We're fine.
He goes, "Melons! Delicious melons!
We
Please
need melons.
buy!"
We need melons, right? For
What
that
type of-
whole confusing. Are they watermelons?
He goes, "Yes! I have watermelons! Fire melons, earth melons, all flavors of melons. You will buy melons from me? Yes?"
The melons.
Wait, why do we need melons?
One of the quests required us to bring melons to the what is it? The House of Uncertainty.
Well, it also depends on how
Let's
fresh
buy
they'll
some-
still be
Do
when
we have
get there.
money?
They didn't say it had to be
He-
fresh. That'll be the uncertain part.
Yeah.
That is true. How much are
What's
you
the sell
selling them
by
for?
date? Can we examine?
Well, there's something glowing around him, but it's, the alley is dark itself and the glow is very faint. Looks like round shapes. He sits on a little carpet. There's a little bowl with bags of various currency, gold, silver, whatever. It's really hard to say, but I mean, everybody knows what bags of gold look like in Eem. So you notice that from some distance, right? Especially you, Slick. You definitely notice it.
And
he's he's just sitting there, and he's sort of lumpy and small, and he looks very, very nervous. Like, he looks like maybe 4 minutes away from a panic attack. And he kind of looks around and goes, please buy my melons. Time is running out. It is of the essence."
Well, how much are you selling them for?
He goes, 5 bags of silver per slice.
Per slice?
Yes.
That seems a bit much, don't
Do
you
you
think?
require 1 slice or more?
Give us a moment, will you? She just
He
turns
goes,
and
"I'd give you all the time in the world, but I ain't got none."
Oh man. So Scalina just turns to everybody and just like, should we? I don't know. Apologies in advance if you hear my cat.
I don't see
What?
any melons around him.
Well, now that you come a little closer, you do see melons. They glow faintly. Some of them are pre-sliced. There is one in particular that is kind of more of a greenish blue color that is uncut yet and glows the brightest. He's like, "You wanted the watermelon, yes? Have an uncut watermelon. 2 bags of gold."
We should really be prioritizing our money savings right now, but.
"Well, if you don't need one, I'll be going." And he starts picking things up away.
Would
He's
you-
like a little bindle.
Would you consider a trade?
He goes, "For money."
Okay, well that makes sense. But what about this vial of acid?
He goes, "Ooh, acid. I love it, I think. Not really sure. What's acid?"
It's this, and I'm sure you do love it.
You show him the vial of acid.
Yep.
He looks, "Ooh, what is it? What's it do?"
That's uncertain. You'd have to find out yourself.
He goes, "Huh. Well, that's confusing enough." Okay, maybe it's a deal. I'm not sure.
Can I grab the melon and ooze out of there?
Do you leave him with a vial of acid or not?
Leave him with a vial of acid.
He takes it, he looks at you and goes, "Ah, thanks. I think not sure." As you guys are walking away, you hear him collect his things. He gets like his melons in a little thing. He got like a little hobo bindle, on a stick. And he goes, "Ah, be seeing you." And then you hear, and he just vanishes straight up. Just like that, with his entire thing just gone.
Right then. Let's get going.
Who got the melon, by the way?
That was Slick. Slick got the melon.
Slick got the melon. All right. Well, let us give it to Slick then. What's the best way of doing it? So let's see. Here we go. And you got the whole watermelon, right?
Yes.
Yes, I believe
And-
so.
All right. And that would be given to Slick. Yes. Not sure how. Let's do it the other way. Let's get Slick. Let's get his items. Let's add an item to him and melon here. By the way, if you look at an item and you see its name and you put your mouse cursor over it, it's going to pop a window out and just basically tell you what that is, if there are any special properties or anything, particularly great about it. So there you go.
Gene, can I ask out of a character real quick? Did you draw
Yeah.
that little guy?
Yes.
That's probably one of the greatest drawings I've ever seen.
Oh,
That is a bold-faced lie.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
it makes
No,
me
it's
think
not.
of
Good.
it makes me
Perfect.
think of an Undertale character.
He looks like salad fingers if he was nice.
He really looks like a little Undertale character and everything.
He's
Kinda, yeah.
perfect. I love him.
Excellent. Well, here's your other friend. Anyways, you have a whole watermelon. Just
What was his name?
you didn't ask, and he didn't tell you.
Oh,
I have a feeling we might be seeing him
Watermelon.
again sometime.
I think so too. Especially since we're giving him acid.
we didn't specify if it was what kind of acid it was. Also, so it's unclear.
Yes, that's a
It's like the
very
acid
confusing,
from-
which really tracks.
Might have a good time.
From aliens, so it's gonna melt through.
Oh no, poor guy.
Yes. So just so you know, if you decide to consume the watermelon instead of parting with it in any other way, it will be enough to give each of you a slice, which is to say that you all can enjoy the benefits of the watermelon.
Is this one a watermelon or is it a fire melon or?
He grabbed the only melon that was intact, and that is in fact the watermelon.
Okay.
Alrighty
You
then.
know, melons.
Oh my gosh. Anyways, we should get going.
All right. Anything else?
Not for me, at
Can-
least.
Can I check the market to make sure that if there's any other food I know? Because I know one of the party members said that they were on a keto diet.
Right. That would be
That's
Diddy.
me. Yeah, I'm on a keto diet. Yep.
And Whit
Okay.
is vegan, so I don't know if that's relevant.
Okay, so
I'm
we
gonna
have
assume the rations that I have are vegan rations.
All right.
so I need to get some vegetables for. I'm sorry, I can't remember everyone's name. For Whitney, I need to get some vegetables for Whitney, and then the vegan food, protein for Dee Dee.
All right.
No.
Well, there is a farmers market, primarily a market populated by and catering to farmers, but you can probably get some things there. There are different stalls. It's about midday, so it's the right time, and you're walking right by it. It's on the left, And you hear different call-outs from all sorts of various folks of Eam, all of which lumpy and of different sizes as it goes. There's a meat shack selling exclusively meat and meat adjacent products. There's something that's just called radishes and more.
Wonder what they sell.
Stuff like that. Basically, if you can tell me specifically what it is that you need, I am sure we can find it. This is that kind of market.
I believe.
I'd like to buy a bucket of worms.
Bucket of worms. All right. Well, that will be in Loam Depot. They do have the angling section. Loam Depot is just maybe half a block more towards the center of town. Just to remind
Do
you,
they have
do have a
locale
sale.
worms?
The diet worms. Diet worms? Of
Yeah,
course they have
these are
worms.
worms for eating, like snacking worms.
Oh, snacking worms. Well, then you don't have to go to the angler section. Then you have to go to the snack section of the Loam Depot. And yes, they in fact have low-calorie worms. Yes.
Oh, nice.
Yes, there's a little ghost kitchen there as well. It serves all sorts of worm-related derivative products. Absolutely. So you can stop by by Worms R Us, or if you're interested in Loam Depot, you can go there.
Is there anywhere that serves like Zozo bird food?
Zozo bird food. Yes, there is a pet store that sells nothing but pet feed, and it is just this big sort of bodega that is right nestled in between some other buildings, and it's called Toads Me Goats.
I love it.
They have some sales advertised. Unfortunately, none of them on Zozo Bird feed. And in that particular arrangement of things, you see what do we have here in Eam? What are the available races? You see a gelatinous goo. Yes, a gelatinous goo. He's dressed in a little apron and nothing else. He is purple in color. He's got a beautiful mustache that is slowly being embedded into its face. It's like halfway in, halfway out kind of thing. And it's Toads Magoats, and when you come by, you hear.
I'm sorry. Give me a second. That was adorable. Oh, jeez.
I'm tempted to talk like that for the rest of the session.
Please don't.
We
Our viewers need
could.
to know what he's saying.
I don't think I can do that. Sorry.
Anyways, Scalina goes up to this gelatinous goo and just says, hello there. I am actually looking for some feed for my bird.
He goes, which one is your bird?
Could I get a translation for that? I thought I heard words, but I didn't.
Well, I mean, there's a gelatinous goo in your party. I'm just saying.
Slick!
All right. Slick is indisposed presently, probably robbing somebody for money. Of
course.
Yeah. Yes. Gelatinous goo kind of looks at you and goes, and spits out something that it was digesting somewhere from within the cavity of its body. It's kind of like a gelatinous ooze, light. They're nice people. They just digest things weird. He kind of looks at you and goes, "Oh, good morrow, my lady. I would like to offer you the marvels of Toads Me Goats, the only store where you can buy food for things that are usually food themselves. Yes."
Right. Like I was saying, do you have anything for Zozo birds?
He goes, yes, of course we do. What would you like for your a beast of burden?
She's not really
Your
a
mighty
burden, but
chicken,
she is
as
my
they say.
best friend. Anyways, what would you recommend?
He goes, what would I recommend? Nothing from this door. Oh, just kidding. Ha ha ha, little goo joke. Ha.
I see what you did there.
Yes. Yes. I would recommend this lovely bag of assorted seeds straight from uh, Fort Bulwark. They manufacture lots of very famous Zozo Bird adjacent products. This one right here is definitely Fresh Seeds brand. Yes.
And how
Would you
much
like
are
a
you
bag?
charging?
He goes, well, this one here goes for a bag of silver.
What do I currently have on my person?
I don't know. What do you have? Let's find out. Kelina has things. She does. Yes. She. You know what? We never recorded your money. I don't know. I honestly don't know. It's a very hard question. Let's say you have, I don't know, 2 bags of gold.
2 bags of
That
gold.
tracks. That tracks.
So she takes down. She's
Sure.
like, "Let me see here. Do you have change?"
He goes, it depends. Is it for you?
Well, yes, I'm buying this for my bird.
He goes, oh, well, in that case, of course I can make change for you. This is a store, my dear bird-loving lady. So, yes. I would assume 10 bags of silver make 1 bag of gold. So if you're going to make change, you get 9 bags of silver back. So you'll have like 1 bag of gold, 9 bags of silver.
And
Write
I
it
have
down
to roll
somewhere
to
in your
see if I
character sheet.
spend it.
Yes. Well, I mean, you do spend it. But it's unclear how money works in here, but you know what? Let's just say that he quotes you the price, and then you pay the monies, and you have 2 bags of gold. So let's say you use 1 bag to make things. Let's see if let's do the Eem thing and see if you actually spend it, like you mentioned.
And that would be, I forgot what dice that is.
I don't know. Let's find out together.
Yes.
Where would that be? Somewhere I wrote it down. There's gotta be somewhere we can find out. This is the entertainment, the kind of quality entertainment we provide. Fumbling for rules.
It
That
also
is
helps that we have the creators watching us as well.
that is literally what you asked here, what you came here for.
Page 75 of the rule book.
Thank
Page
you.
75. I can get there. Page 75 of the rule book. It's
Oh,
been a
I'm
while
sorry.
since
It's
I looked
section
at it.
73. My bad.
73. Julie, you lying liar. All right. All right. So, let's see. Items, relics, things, items, slotted items. Item cost. All right. It is silver coins. It's a fairly pricey item because the bag is rather large and will probably feed you a Zozo bird for the duration of your expedition. I'm not going to micromanage here. So, 3 pouches of silver make 1 pouch of gold. Who decided that 3 to 1 is a good idea?
Careful,
Is a
they're
person
watching.
who loves. I know, and my thought to that is I don't like math. Buying stuff. Roll the usage die of the pouch of coins. On a roll of 1 or 2, the coins are entirely spent and removed from your inventory. So you have coins, right? Let's just say that you have gold coins, silver coins, and copper coins, as one does. This is the silver roll.
And what dice do I roll?
Usage dice, of course.
That's a
It is
D8.
absolutely clear from the rules.
That's a D8.
That's a
D8.
D8.
Thank you.
Silver coins, thank you. Yes. Do you know how to roll? Yeah?
Yep.
We're good?
D8. It's an 8.
8. All right. Cool. You still have some silver left. That tracks. You now have a bag of Zozo bird feed. It's very, very large. It's one of those like family size multi-cat
The ones that come in bulk.
bags. Yes, I will put down.
Hey,
I will
one
put-
cat can eat a lot of food.
I have an ancient feline. I should know. So create new. Enormous bag of assorted Zozo bird Feed. Excellent. There's many uses of it and everything like that, and it is food. Subtitle, food, and we'll say pet feed, and we'll save that, and we will give that to you.
I will be right
Enormous.
back. My cat is asking for me to feed him. So I'll just keep the stream up. You guys can talk amongst yourselves. I will be right back.
That is very good, and I will add that, and I will confirm that. And you have an enormous bag of assorted Zozo bird feed. That sounds delicious, as one does. Would anybody else like to purchase anything else, or are you fairly satisfied with your purchase decisions? How does this work? I don't want to sway your decisions one way or the other. If you want this to be a shopping episode, by God, so long as you continue playing this game next time, so be it.
I want to get some apples.
Some apples. Is
And
there
then
any
some-
particular?
I just want to see if there's somewhere which sells like multiple fruits and vegetables because I want to get some apples, some lettuce or cabbage,
Okay.
and then some eggplant.
Some eggplant,
So that
cabbage.
you can have protein eggplant. You can make that into like you can use that as a replacement as meat. And maybe some tofu too.
I'm back.
All right. So you basically want to buy a basket of assorted vegetables,
Yes.
right? All
Yes.
right. There's a little stall. There's a little gnomish lady. She's like spindly and small. She's got a really, really tall, pointy hat, with a little veil in the back, not in the front. She's got an apron, and she is standing there, and she's loudly, for a gnome, she's like, "Vegetables for sale. Lovely, delicious vegetables by the basket. Only, a few copper for a basket of vegetables."
She runs over. She's like, "Oh, hi, hi, hi,
She goes, "Oh, hello."
hello. Can I get a basket of vegetables?" And she claps her hands together excitedly.
And she's like, "Aw, aren't you cute? Yes, of course you can have a basket of vegetables. I'll even throw in some free apples in there for you. You look like an apple kind of gal."
Hey, apples are good for people. It keeps you healthy.
She goes, "You know what they say? An apple a day knocks a doctor all the way out."
I've
That,
seen
of
that
course,
before.
depends on how hard you throw it. But,
I've seen that happen.
She goes, "Oh, that's lovely. Well, that will be, copper. So, roll the d6. See
What
if you
was
spend your
that?
copper. It's a quantity of copper coins by the
Okay.
pound.
Oh no,
And-
no, just like what was that moment?
I think she was
It
trying
was
to find
her
the price.
Yes, it was her telling you the exact amount.
Okay, so
And that is it's a Googleplex of copper. So,
1D like oh wait.
1d6. You can hey, Steph, why don't you walk our friend here through the wonderful world of die rolling?
Well, first of all, do you see like my little stream with the music off?
Uh-huh. Oh
Okay,
no, I
so-
don't. I didn't get a link of it.
Oh, it's
That's fine.
You didn't get a link of it? Hold on.
Corey, on Questline, if you go down to the bottom right corner where you see the little chat.
Like that?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Outstanding. You get a 5, which means that you get a basket full of veggies and you don't spend all of your money. So that is excellent. That is how we like it to be. So I will try and find you something, appropriate for the basket of veggies. Let's say it's a crate of veggies because, why not? Because I don't have baskets
gotta-
available.
Just gotta make sure we gotta get everyone happy.
Yeah, sure. I mean, you get you get a little bit for everybody, and it is just wonderful. So it seems like you have plenty of supplies. This tells me that you really just about got everything that you need. Is there any last moment items or anything like that you would like to get, or are you ready to just, GTFO?
I'm
ready to
ready
go.
to just go back. I'm ready to go back to the boat.
Ready to go back to the boat. All right. You take a short walk to the boat. Your melon selling friend is not there. And so you basically arrive back and you see a boat where you left it. You are now absolutely invited to. Here we go. Some apples. Sounds good.
Scalina is gonna attempt to put her Zozo Bird Spectra onto the boat.
Mm-hmm. The bird is, cooperative. It doesn't like boats, but then again, who does? Eventually, it gets in there. You guys also notice that there is a little cabin down below. It's a little moist, right? But you are absolutely able to kind of move around and get yourself situated. There's some space for you to roll out your bedrolls and whatnot. There's a little chair and a little desk kind of built into one of the walls. And there is also an enormous furnace that occupies almost the entirety of the bottom of the boat. It is completely cold. It haven't been, upkept for a while. There are two large oars that are probably used to push the barge down. And it seems like if you're going to be going south, this is actually going to be according to the lazy river stream. So you won't necessarily, it's going back up is going to be tricky. Maybe you can get your boat repaired somewhere.
Right. So I would suggest after we get everyone in the boat, we see how we'll start going south, see how the boat holds up, and if we have to, we'll stop at Orchsty to see if we can get it repaired.
Are you sure that that's what you want to do? I mean, Orchsty is an odd place. It is, what's the word that I'm looking for? Dangerous, murdery? I don't know. Orches are not friendly?
Well,
Like
I
that-
don't know how else south we could go if we still want to go towards Bogtown and Skiff. We have oars. We can row. you know.
It's
Alright.
it really all depends on how you want to go.
Yeah,
so
actually, that's a good idea.
just
Let's try to avoid Orchsty as much as possible and just head over to Bogtown.
I mean, you sure you don't want to meet the orches, meet the missus? No, it's not. Orches are
Uh,
curious and fascinating folks. So that's your direct path to Skiff. Everything else you'll have to discover, kind of going around and doing that thing that you do with the discoveries. So let's see here. Did you guys decide on a course? Do you know how you want to go around it? Eventually, you need to make it down to Skiff to exchange this mysterious package. If that is what. Mm-hmm.
Oh, can I pull Slim over to the side?
Yeah, of
Slick,
course.
Slick.
Of course
I meant Slick. Yeah.
Yes.
Slick, do you want to open the box to see what's inside the box?
oh my gosh.
Oh my god.
I hadn't thought about it, but now I do.
We're not gonna do anything to the box. We're going to deliver it, and also, I feel like the rest of the party would want to know what's in the box because we need to know if it's illegal or not.
That is true.
You
I
know,
don't think it
I
means
knew
starting
there was
with
a
milk.
reason I liked
Oh.
you.
Would the box still be next to Daisy?
The box right now is located in the bottom of the boat, under the little table that is kind of built into the side of the wall, and it is wrapped in rough parchment and tied with a burlap rope. It is about the size of a medium carry-on suitcase.
I say go for
Open it,
Slick.
and then no one would know, and then we would just look, and then we would close it right up, put everything back to normal. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, does anyone have any issues with me opening it?
I don't.
And before I wait for a response, I would like to start opening it.
All right.
Can I sing a song?
This is when I would picture Daisy just walking back on the boat with her crate of vegetables and fruit. And she's like, "Okay, I think I got something for everyone to make."
Scalina's just like,
I think
I appreciate it, but you do realize that if I do eat that, it's just gonna go through.
We're still gonna figure out what you can eat. I think you can eat something. I'm just not sure what you can eat.
Well, I mean, we can certainly try.
That's all that matters. That we're trying to give you some food.
All right, so why don't I just go over there and see what you have?
Hey. She just walks away, not even noticing that the package is being opened.
Yeah. Go for it, Slick.
Okay. So Slick,
And
you
Before
sorry?
Slick does it, should I sing a song to give you +1 bonus?
two.
That's a great question. It just says roll plus inspire. Bards tend to sing about the very action that is happening around them. Once per session, narrate a desired outcome of the specific action or situation, beginning with the phrase "and then," and you receive a +1 bonus for rhyming. This ability cannot affect combat.
Okay, so that tracks. Basically, if you want to affect the outcome of this, if you want to, decide how this is going to go without him technically rolling a die, so you can sing the song of success, and we'll see how well it tracks.
And as the party left the docks, Slick perfectly opened and closed the box.
10 out of 10.
Oh no!
All right, that's fantastic. That's better than I could imagine. Slick, you as you hear the song pouring out, this dulcet crooning, pouring out from the gullet of this strange looking red imp that is like floating around and singing and playing whatever it is he's playing. You feel, it kind of helps you a little bit. It's sort of like listening to a favorite jam, it gives you a little bit of a pep. And so you gingerly pop the little whatchamacallits. You gingerly pop the rope, and you unravel the burlap paper, and you sort of very carefully like open it up so that you can then close it without much. And then you expose what seems to be like a wooden box underneath. And on the wooden box, there is a small plaque that is attached on top of it. And the plaque reads, remember, I told you don't touch the box.
Dang it.
He knew someone couldn't resist looking.
Do you still want to go?
I mean, I've gotten this far.
All right. Well,
Famous last words.
as Diddy is singing to you, you kind of you see it clearly. You understand that, oh, look, there's a couple of nails you can pry out, and then maybe you can force them back in and whatnot. And so very carefully, like opening up an iPhone to avoid not to avoid the warranty, you just pry it open, and it goes, and it sort of pops open, and you see an abundance of hay shavings. So basically, it's used as a packing material, and you don't necessarily see what's inside. On top of the hay shavings, there is a hastily scrawled note in a thick grease pencil that says, "You opened the box, didn't you? Well, you shouldn't. Turn back while you still can. You've been warned."
Oh my god. The amount of effort this guy put in just so you wouldn't open the flipping box.
I know, now I'm getting hesitant, because I'm
I
going
think
to
at
look
this point,
to...
I think at this point, Scalina is sort of peeking over, and she just goes, "What are you doing?"
Nothing at all, as I slowly push back some of the hay shavings.
All right. You kind of very carefully sift through the things, and after a while, your fingers sort of tap on something cool and hollow and somewhat metallic, I want to say, like a a cheese wheel sized $10. Does that make any sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
All right. Do you want to take it out? Do you want to look for it? Like, what is what
Yeah,
what is
I
there?
want to pull it out.
All right. You pull it out, and you find yourself looking at a cookie tin. It is the
My
Loyal
gosh,
Manx.
yes.
It's a Loyal Manx brand butter cookie tin, assorted cookies. You know, blue tin, very. It's still sealed.
So it's a guarantee that there are no sewing supplies inside. If anybody understands that.
Uh-huh.
So it's a sealed tin of cookies.
Oh, it's going to be a bunch of sewing supplies in there.
Are you opening it? Are you leaving it alone? I mean, your curiosity is satisfied. There's nothing else. There's only a small note that you also fish out that says, "Hello, cousin. Here is the tin of cookies you ordered. Your friend from Marshgate."
At this point, Scalina would just be
Well,
over and just see
I'm
what's going on.
satisfied.
She's just standing over him like, why did you open it?
Because
You do realize that if he gets word of this, he's gonna probably take our boat away.
I kind of hold up the warnings and be like, he knew we would open it.
Fine, let's just get going.
Wait
Right.
a minute. Let's give it one shake and feel like if it feels like there's cookies in there.
I toss the cookie tin to Dee Dee.
All right. All right,
Do I
Diddy.
roll anything?
Not really. I mean, are you opening
Roll me a
it? Because if
perception
not,
roll.
I'm just
No, no,
gonna.
I'm just gonna shake it just to see if it feels like there's cookies.
Sure, give me a perception. Why not?
Fair perception. Ooh.
Two. Something rattles inside. Something small, and probably metal. Maybe wooden. There's like a bag of like a bag of small bolts or something. I don't know. Hard to tell.
I don't think there's cookies in here.
I'm starting to wonder what this guy is really up to.
Do you want to do the honor, Scalina?
I mean, are you challenging me to? Because if you got it, I'll be performing the flaw that she can't back down from a challenge.
Do you hear Daisy go, is eggplant part of the keto diet?
Opening the tin of cookies. All right. If you're opening the tin of cookies, you need to roll d6.
Oh.
Who, me?
Yes. Well, whoever is opening it, really.
Yeah, I'm gonna assume that they're challenging me to open it, so yep, I'll open it.
All right.
D6, you said?
Mhm.
It's a 3.
3. You open the tin. It is completely sealed, right? You're the first person to rip into it. You don't even try to make it graceful. You rip into the thing. You pop it open. Inside is a assortment of various sewing supplies.
Wait, how did they? What? How did they get it sealed?
Okay, well, we gotta figure this out.
You know what? No, let's just seal the thing back up and just deliver it.
We gotta put it back.
So Scalina is going to attempt to seal it back up to
Well,
make it look.
Scalina
Yes.
did the damage,
Come on.
so
Oh my
I'll
gosh,
help.
y'all are
I'll help put it back.
evil.
Yeah. Scalina's gonna try and attempt to put the thing back the way it was. Hopefully, not make it too obvious that somebody obviously opened it.
All right. This I'm gonna make you roll for because I'm just
Oh,
very
boy.
curious as to how good of a job you're gonna make. So
Hold on.
nimbleness, please,
Hold on.
or
Whitney-
trickery, depending. Yes.
Whitney is going to speak up before we close the box. Can we make like a search check to see if there's anything unique about the sewing supplies, or it's really just sewing supplies? And then also he's gonna help you mend the box so it looks like, because I can use mending as a cantrip.
All right. So sort of like an Arcana check in D&D is what you're trying to see, right? Since there is
Yeah,
nothing
I'm
specific
looking
like
for-
this, but
There's a search roll on the skills.
Yeah.
So I was looking for.
let's do a search roll. But since you're a magical creature, the only magical creature on the boat,
Ooh.
I will say that you have absolutely the wherewithal to do that with a magical slant.
Nice. Okay.
So if you'd like to, 9. What is a 9 in today's economy? Let's see. The results. A 9 is a success. All right. Very well. So you kind of move things around, and then a thought sort of pops into your head. And then you close the box and sort of shake it, move it around, and then decide to open it again. Roll a d6.
Okay. Let's roll that. Oops. Roll a d6. Do. 6, baby.
6.
Nice.
What is a small object that Whitney really wishes he had right now? Has to be
I
a
would-
small and inexpensive item. You can't think about a gold nugget or crown jewels or anything.
Sure. Whitney would really like to have a let's see. Well, I'm gonna need a wrench because I think we're gonna have to probably repair this ship at some point. So I think.
All right, Julie.
it'll require repairs.
So Whitney pops the thing open and looks inside, and there is a used but serviceable wrench inside.
Oh my gosh! Look at this. This box it's magical. You could just get whatever you wish out of it. And I was thinking, oh, we really need a wrench for this boat, because I look at that engine. I bet it's about to fall apart in any moment. Still, like I said, best boat I've ever seen. Don't get me wrong. I love this boat. It's beautiful. Whitney kisses the boat.
It tastes of unfinished wood and lost dreams. It's also a little wet.
Delicious boat. Anyway, the point being, we have this little box, and it's magical. It can just produce anything you want.
Really? Is that why it's
I
disguised
think.
as a
I don't
cookie?
know.
A little cookie.
So did Scalina want sewing supplies?
What you were all talking about, it looked like it was a cookie tin with sewing supplies in it, so it must have understood what you were saying.
Wait, let me try this. Can I try it?
Sure.
Should I roll a d6?
Yes.
Real quick, we should probably do this while we're out on the water before anybody sees.
Oh yeah.
3. You pop open the tin. Inside there are various sewing supplies.
It's just what I wanted.
I believe the sewing supplies are our default.
Maybe it's just like if you're if you're true of heart or something, then you get a wrench. And otherwise you get sewing supplies or cookies.
I'm
I
quite
want
a
to open
lucky
it if
fellow,
it's
you
true
know.
of heart.
So I think it might just be that it's my special charm.
Should we be making
Uh,
chart
Slick
rolls
wants
then?
to Slick wants to try to open it solely because he's now wondering if he's true of heart.
All right. Roll a d6.
I highly doubt he is, but okay. What?
All right.
Oh, that timing!
What does Slick get?
He wants a roll of sellotape that he can tape the thing shut so it looks like it hasn't been tampered with.
It is. He opens it up, and there is still unused in packaging with a little sales tag from Marsh Mart. There is a pack of sellotape.
I still can't believe the timing. Oh, he's not gonna be pure of heart. Natural 6. What?
And now we know that Rube Uzets is the chosen one.
Yep. That's go by logic. He has the pure part. He's the chosen one. Yes.
I think Whitney
Sorry.
turns over to Rube and just gives him a high five.
Good job, buddy. You did it, just like me. I don't know. I don't think a wrench and tape can work well together, but I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Does Daisy want to? Is Daisy here? And does Daisy want to try before we
Daisy's
seal
still
it back up?
messing with her vegetables. You hear her yelling. Yeah, I totally think eggplant is part of that keto diet thingy.
Sure, why not?
Thanks, Daisy.
Thank you,
You're
Daisy.
welcome.
All right, so let's head off to the river, I guess.
All right. That makes perfect sense. Let me just give you the wrench and add the wrench to who got the wrench?
Whitney.
That was Whitney.
Oh, Whitney got the wrench. Okay, not Uzits. All right, Whitney. Here we go. You get the wrench.
And Slick got the tape so that he can make it look like the thing wasn't broken into.
Yeah, Slick got the tape. I remember now. Let's see. I didn't expect that you can ask for a tape, so here is cello tape. Cello tape. It's what it is. It's for cellos. It's to repair musical instruments.
Yeah, there are a lot of bards around.
Yes, you never know when you need a good roll of cello tape. True story that. All right. What would it look like? It would be like a roll of cello tape. There we go. No, that's not it. Maybe this looks like it. All right, that's fine. It's just a tube of cello tape. There you go. And cello tape. Edit them. Bam. Got it. The more we do it, the faster it gets. All right, so you have cello tape. Fantastic. There you are. So now you need to figure out where is it you're going. You need to go to Bogtown because that is where the library with the cats is. You also need to go to Skiff because that's where you need to, pretend that you give the box that you already robbed and perhaps will never return to its rightful owner. I know you. Don't pretend.
Hey, I was literally not involved in that at all.
She remains the innocent little bean.
Yes.
So since Skiff is on the way, we might as well head to Bogtown.
Head to Bogtown. All right. So travel is an interesting thing in this game. And I would like to briefly go over the rules of travel so that you guys understand how this goes. Travel and exploration. When the party is covering the long distance, the rules for a day travel is used, right? So in each day, You can travel up to 2 hexes, which each of them is called a leg. It's about 12 miles, perhaps, per hex. So you can cover about 4 hexes or 24 miles in one day. However, traveling over the roads gives you a +1 bonus for the travel check modifier. If you're mounted or on a vehicle, you can travel 1 extra hex per day, which you're on a boat and you're traveling on a river, which means that you get both a +1 bonus and you can travel an additional square, so up to 5 squares. You can probably get there almost in one day, I would say. And if it's difficult terrain, which this is not yet blissfully, that would be some other things. And only you can only travel 1 hex per leg when traveling at night. So it is advised that overnight you stay somewhere that is not perilous. With that in mind, by my calculations, if you depart from Marshgate 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you can make it all the way to the Ooze Farm or thereabouts in one day. If you see how that goes.
Right. No, yeah, I see it.
But not much further. So you'll have to either make camp for the night in the vicinity of the Ooze Farm over there, and then you'll be in Bogtown the next day. Or you can try to seek refuge at Wacko's Ooze Farm. Who knows? Your call.
Yeah.
And does in terms of which of us should make the
Travel check?
travel check, I personally have a proficiency in boating. So I don't know.
Oh yeah,
I
no,
don't see
that'd be a
anything.
good idea if you made the travel check.
Yeah, I don't see anything on the travel and exploration page, but maybe I'm just not reading it right. About proficiencies. So I don't know exactly what that would add to my roll.
I will tell you what that will add to your roll. It will give you a +1.
Great. So
So
yeah,
you will have a +2 to your roll, basically.
Mhm.
Well, actually, no. In this case, the way that it stacks, you'll actually have a +1 to your roll, but everything else would apply. You can pilot this boat since you have boating proficiency. You have your oar, which really does help. That's your +1 there. That in your oar, and you can travel 5 squares instead of 4 today because it's still relatively early in the day.
I say
Great.
let's do it.
Okay.
So make a D12 plus realms check.
Let's do it. Okay, I'm gonna roll realms. I've got a +2 to my realms, and then
14.
Whoa.
+2, 14,
Wow.
and then we add the other bonuses. So I'm up at least 15, right?
Well, that's more than 12. So
So what do I get? Do we teleport there or what?
no.
Is
What
that
this
part of
means that you
notice
have discovered
magic?
something. You have discovered something on your journey.
Ooh.
Ooh.
So,
Friendship.
mhm.
Sorry, I was making a joke. Continue.
So, in addition to making the positive discovery, which I will tell you about in a second, you may opt to attempt. You may also attempt to find resources. So when you get there, and when I'll tell you what it is, you can also forage a little bit if that is what you'd like to do.
Great.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, awesome.
All right. So, you make it all the way towards the Wacko's Ooze Farm. The weather is nice, and the mosquito birds are, not really plaguing you with any sort of unpleasantries. You see them flying, the pigeon-sized mosquitoes fly somewhere in the distance and into the sun and not bothering you at all. There's, fish if you want to fish. It's a very pleasant sort of journey. You're not going downstream. And so the boat is a little unwieldy, but Whitney here, he actually is very small, but surprisingly, he manages to direct this parade. He really does direct the traffic really well. He tells you what to do. Like the moment that, he realizes that nobody understands what port or starboard is, he gives like specific and weird names, the left side of the boat, and the right, the side with a dimple and whatever. And so you guys kind of fall into this interesting stride of being a boat crew, provided you don't need to like sail. It is, a barge, and it's going lazily downriver. So as you approach Wacko's Ooze Farm, you realize, and this will put your party, right around here. You realize that you need to make landfall. First of all, it have been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 hexes of movement, and that is as far as you can go. But instead of making a perilous trek over half the night to the spill where the Wacko's Ooze Farm is located from the place where you are, you instead, when you come ashore, you notice that there is a little light there. And elderly Boggart had set up a campfire. He is sitting there. He's obviously on a fishing trip or something. He's got a little tent sitting there, and there's a little fire. It's very cozy, and he is frying up some fish. And as you come up, he kind of tips his straw hat to you. He's chewing on the corn pipe, and he's very folksy, He's got this sort of leathery complexion that only means that he's been outside a lot, and kind of looks at you and goes, "Hello! Welcome to my camp. It's not much, but I got fish. You like fish?"
What type of fish?
The river kind. Was alive, now he's dead. Probably gonna be in my belly soon. I love fish.
Scalina is just like holding her hand in front of Whitney. Don't even try. Because she knows she'll get upset.
He goes, "I got all sorts of fish here. As one does."
Do you mind if we camp with you?
He goes, "Oh no, everyone's welcome at Papa Farley's camp."
Wait, you're...
Yes.
Sorry, what was your name again?
Oh, call me Francis.
Alright, Francis.
It's lovely to meet you. I'll, finish the fish, and then maybe I can take the old banjo out for a spin and pluck you a tune. Be a pleasant evening. Isn't much here, but us and the fish and the lovely weather. And he sort of gestures around, and you see that it is really kind of an idyllic little place. It is, there's a place for you to guys pitch tents or roll out cots or whatever. It's fairly warm. This is kind of the beginnings of summer. And all the creepy crawlies are kind of out of the way. It's surprisingly a pleasant thing. It is a welcome discovery. You guys basically have your campfire. You can sit down. You can work on your relationships. You can do, what you do at the campfire proper. And even like get some XP for it. Just to, let you know a few things.
Let's do it.
Are you guys familiar with the rules of camping and such?
I am. I believe. I can always bring up my rule book.
Excellent. So why don't you share with the class about how camping works?
Okay, so...
And we can get started.
There are a few things that you can do in camping. There is food and rest, where we can, like, sort of... Hold on. You gotta zoom in. So, unfortunately, we have not gone through combat, so one of the things that we could have done was regain courage. But again, since we haven't been in any conflicts yet, we don't really need to do that. We can split our rations. It's very similar to how we would spend coins. So there are different ration types. There's normal rations, Nakadonkey tube steaks, and Mr. Rations. I particularly like that name. We can also... there is a chance that we could find a wandering creature. It says when the party makes camp, there's a chance a wandering creature comes stumbling upon them in the wilderness or in a dungeon. And it says here normally this happens if the GM rolls a 1 on a d6.
No, you guys have made a pleasant discovery. So I will tell you this little secret. There will be no dangerous creatures here tonight.
Oh, good.
This is the opportunity for you to basically eat food and rest. The way that the rest works is that you only regain your hit points if you cook and consume food prior to rest, and then you sleep your full night. So this is why you actually need supplies. This is why you need cooking. If you guys are going to be creative, and if you get into cooking and start telling me what's happening, I will expand that for you dramatically and make sure that food is beneficial. I haven't thought about it yet, but in general, there's a very good thing. Your wandering creature is Francis, who is sitting there plucking on the banjo and chewing in the cornpipe. He's surprisingly small for a boggart. Boggart's usually tall and lanky and gummy. He's all that, but he's made of mainly mustache and beard. He's got big bottle glasses, and he's very, very tiny, kind of like a gnome tiny. Very odd thing. Definitely a boggart, though. You know, gummy skin, kind of a boggarty nose, big floppy ears, that sort of thing. Right? And he's very good at the banjo. Like, he plays, better than, whoever your favorite banjo player is. Steve Martin. How about that? So as you're making camp, you may ask each other campfire questions. The goal is to ask evocative questions that elicit revealing answers, giving insight into the character's personality, backstory, relationships, or personal quests. If need be, you can also ask related follow-up questions to draw out something juicy. If this satisfies the court, you will get extra XP at the end of it, which would be really great. The goal here is not to tell each other your background stories right away and to kind of learn and grow. As we play this will become less of a game mechanic and more of a natural thing. But today I am going to focus on breaking the fourth wall and telling you, and kind of going over the rules.
Right.
Cooking is going to be very important in our game. And I will tell you this much, that right now you bought more than enough adequate supplies. And to reward Daisy Marigold for her efforts, she gets to cook for us. And what that means is that we'll refine these rules. We will tack them on, and then we'll inspire our wonderful creators of the Land of Eem rule set to, expand upon it. But we will say that it's a nimbleness check for you to prepare the meal for the night, to kind of wrangle around the supplies, and then a tinker check to actually, do the cooking and plate it and present it to everybody. We may change this after a while, but for now, this is what we're going to do today. And depending on your roles, we will see how good the food is and what the benefits are. Sounds good?
Yep.
All right, Daisy, make us some food. Now, mind you, Francis already has some fish on the spit. There's not a lot. There's like 3 fish, and he is clearly wanting to have one. Fish is a medium size. It's not going to be enough for all of you. You guys have regular rations. Nobody bought any tube steaks or Mr. Rations or anything like that. So it's just regular food. And besides, you're not really hurting for anything. So
Sorry, I got hungry.
Once
That's
again,
fine.
art imitates life.
Mhm.
Yeah, pretty much.
I'm so. Yeah, I'm back. I got hungry. Didn't have dinner, so quickly just made myself a biscuit.
Made yourself a what? A biscuit?
Yes.
That's terrific. All right. So biscuits aside, what is it that you're cooking for the party tonight?
I am going to cook. Let's see. I have lettuce and there's fish, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
sure. Absolutely.
Okay. So I'm going to grab some fish.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to grab some of the vegetables I got. And I'm going to cut some apples with it.
Mm-hmm.
And then for our vegetarian, I am going to heat up some of the eggplant to make it more have more of a meatier look about it.
Mm-hmm.
So
That sounds very good.
So they're going to have unless they're one of the vegans which can have fish because that's actually a thing too.
Yeah, pescatarian.
Or are they pure vegan where they can't eat like anything that's from an animal?
Live, yeah, mostly just herbs and vegetables.
Okay, so they get eggplant and apples.
Wonderful.
else gets fried fish and apples. So they get fried eggplant and fried fish. So do I need to do a cooking skill or anything?
Yes, sure. You don't necessarily have a cooking skill, so my decision today is to make you do a nimbleness check to prepare the food and the tinker check to cook the food. We'll see how that goes.
Oh god, my nimbleness is a -1. Here we go.
You can do it. Wait. Before you do it, I have an idea.
Yes.
I am going to use one of my skills. I am going to use inspiring orders.
Order her around to cook.
No, just to inspire her to make something very delicious.
Yes. You, Boggart Wedge, cook me some dinner. Make me a sandwich. Inspiring
Okay,
words.
first of all, rude.
A sandwich just comes flying out of the air.
Anyways, yes, so yes, I will roll my dice to see if I can give a +1 or 2 to her dice roll.
Hey, you can't have my butter. Sorry, my cat
So,
is now looking
basically
at
what-
me for my butter.
So what Scalina is saying is like, look, don't listen to him. You're a fine cook. You know that, right? Everybody here loves your cooking. You can do this.
Even you?
Yes, even me. Yeah, 6!
Yes.
Outstanding. That is successful. So you get a how much? +2? +1? How does it work?
+2, I believe.
+2. Excellent. +2 to a nimbleness roll. So let's do that. 3.
So +2, so it'd be a 5?
Yes.
So that'll be a 5. And a 5, I believe, is success with a twist. I'm not quite sure. We will see the interpreting the results here. 5 is failure with a plus. All right. So, you basically managed to go through all of your supplies. The problem is that you don't necessarily have all of your cooking equipment. You are up in the middle of the wilderness, and frankly, you're not really prepared to cook under those conditions. But things are nice. So you've managed to successfully prepare your meal. But unlike before, you have unfortunately exhausted your resources. That is to say that you will have to, you basically went, oh my goodness. Trying to plug in my headset here is not agreeing with me.
Trust me, I've been there.
Excellent. So the way that this works is that you basically went through your resources. It's like rolling low on the usage roll, and you just wasted a little bit of food. But you successfully have chopped it up. You prepped the food, and everything is working. Otherwise, you can proceed with cooking. Now it's just a nimbleness check. Tinkering check to just put all of those things together. 14,
Nice.
much better. It's a complete success on the Richter scale there. So you get everything done, and it's delicious. You discard the rest of the food and everything. You get your meat food for the meat eaters, and the vegan food for the grass, the bottom feeders, the meat, whatever. I eat a vegan diet, so I can say that. And so everything is absolutely happy, and everybody loves your food. And if you were injured, you would regain all of your points. Additionally, for the efforts, and because this is a good kind of thing, this is definitely on brand with your character. So make a note that you have received your experience point bonus for doing that. That is definitely a thing to do for your character. Meanwhile, you guys have an opportunity to talk to each other, find out more about each other, learn things.
As Daisy's cooking, she's just going to say to Scalina, I just hope one of these days you can actually enjoy my food instead of having to see everyone else eat it.
Truth be told, I don't really mind. I can't really remember the last time I actually had a stomach.
I know, but I just would like you to enjoy it. That's all.
Oh, that's very sweet of you.
Okay, and she's like, "Oh, supper's ready."
All right, everyone can eat. Once again, to remind you, this is an opportunity to build on your relationships. You guys all know how you are uh, folding up with each other in terms of your relationships. You have established that. And also, there are some questions you can ask each other. The only thing you'll be missing out if you decide not to do that is the experience points that go along with that. So make your choices.
I think I am going to give someone a prompt to sort of ask Galena questions. Like maybe as she's sitting down, she's carefully and delicately putting her scythe on the ground, making sure like it doesn't chip as it hits the ground.
Mm-hmm.
Like she seems to be
Anybody?
think-
taking very good care of the scythe.
Yeah, I think Whitney having known Maud Moss, Skalina's grandmother, is going to show interest in Skalina. So I think Whitney's going to walk over and sit on the ground and is going to accidentally at first sit on the scythe.
Hopefully not on the blade.
Can I roll to see if I puncture my ass on the blade?
I mean, if you absolutely want to,
I do want to.
hope that.
See,
Sure, give me a
It's gonna be
nimbleness.
one of those days.
I'll regain my courage. We're about to have dinner, so I want to see if I can.
All right,
That
give
sounds
me
that sounds really dirty.
a nimbleness check, and let's see if if you have a new hole. 5. I mean, now, are you trying to succeed at that, or are you trying to avoid it?
I'm not trying to cut
All right.
myself, but I just thought with sort of as clumsy a character as Whitney may be,
Yes.
that would be sort of humorous.
Yes. All right. So tell me what happens. It's
I
failure with a plus. So
failure with a plus. I think Whitney does in fact prick himself on the edge of the scythe.
Oh no.
But in so doing, notices that it's there, and I think notices what Scalina had mentioned before about her particular care and attention to this, which I don't think he would have paid attention to otherwise. So I think
Mhm.
that's my plus, is like noticing that she's sort of
Yes.
treating it gingerly.
Uh-huh.
So I think we'll probably negate the courage loss and gain just because we're about to have dinner and
Yeah,
replenish.
sure. That's fine.
But anyway, so he kind of pricks his bum on it. Oh, jeez! Ow!
Are you alright there,
Hello,
mate?
Selena. Yes. I just y- you're what is this thing? It's not like a sword, really.
Oh no, it'd be my
Never
trusty
seen any.
scythe that be. I used it all the time back when Granny was still around. I used to make the finest topiaries in all of Eem.
Oh, that's wonderful. That's a wonderful use for a scythe. You sometime when all this mess is over and everybody's business is taken care of, you should come up to River Country and you can cut some hedges for me outside of my home. It doesn't really feel like home nowadays. Now that my husband has disappeared, but um. Well, anyway,
Don't you be worrying. After this is all done, I'll make you the finest heart-shaped topiary in the world.
oh, that's wonderful. Thank you. And what needs to be done for you? What are you looking forward to doing on our little adventure?
Honestly, I just want my granny's name to be forever remembered. She did so much for the community. I want to sort of follow in her footsteps in that way.
Well, I hope you know that I certainly remember her fondly. I think she was a lovely woman. Despite being a witch, witches and gnomes don't necessarily have the best relationships. But I found your granny to be a lovely lady. So I definitely remember her fondly. So you can at least add one person to your list of people who remember her well.
Thank you kindly.
That's lovely. I think that both of you deserve your experience point for this particular exchange, just so you know.
Yay.
Yes. Excellent. Is anybody else has any questions to anybody else? Or
Yeah.
are we moving? Yeah, all right.
I was wondering, Whitney, earlier today you looked a little bit sad. Like, why? Yeah, what was that about?
Oh, well, it's a bit silly, really. But the dock hand, the guy who we got our boat from, he handed our dear friend Daisy the bucket, and well, I don't know. I kind of wanted the bucket. It was nice, and I liked it. But nobody asked me if I wanted the bucket, and I just really want a bucket. And then Whitney immediately begins to cry.
Here,
God.
Daisy is like, there's the bucket, and then I have the crate of vegetables.
Oh, well, it's all right. You can keep the crate. I just sort of like the bucket. I thought it was a good. But,
you can have the bucket.
But we can share. We're friends. Friends can share a bucket. I want my turn with it sometime.
Okay, I already have the water bucket too in the crate, so it'd be nice if someone else carried something for once in a while.
Can I just say something real quick?
Yeah.
Sure.
This exchange reminds me of that scene in Expiration Date when they're all like trying to give their last wish, and then Soldier's just like, "You do not remind. Does it say you want the bucket?" Yes. He just gets the bucket.
I don't think I know that reference, but that sounds very funny.
Oh, it's a Team Fortress 2 reference.
Oh.
Well, Daisy, thank you for sharing the bucket, and Didi, thank you for asking and inquiring about my well-being. How are you, my impish friend?
I'm pretty good. I'm sorry, I didn't know that you wanted the bucket. But yeah, Wait, what is that bucket for?
Well, I don't have any use for it. I just like buckets.
Oh, okay.
He gave us the bucket. He just shoved it in my hands.
Is it? Yeah. Is it? Well, yeah. I wanted to ask him what the bucket was for, but
I think if our boat takes on any water, it'll be used to bail ourselves out.
I agree.
That makes much more sense. Okay.
Yeah.
Is it the bathroom on the boat?
Oh my gosh!
Bucket.
It's called the river.
Okay. I'll be right back.
There you go.
Oh my god. I mean, I was kind of thinking the same thing too.
One's for one water bucket, and then one for after that.
The afterwater bucket.
After water.
Yes. We just invented the afterwater bucket.
I can fly, so I can just go right up the side of the boat very easily, but still.
Sounds like a bird poop incident.
Yes.
I hope you all enjoyed the food.
Yes, it was delicious. Thank you, and I appreciate you making accommodations for my diet.
What you can and can't eat, but I'll try to be careful with it.
Thank you.
That's delightful. I didn't realize that Whitney was into buckets. But now we know. And knowing is half the battle. Well, with that, Francis kind of pipes up and he goes, I don't want to, make a lot of noise, but I think I'm gonna turn in. Please don't rob me or kill me in my sleep. You know, got a little gig to do at Marshgate. But if you don't mind, stomping out the fire if you leave before me in the morning, I'd appreciate that.
What are you doing in Marshgate? That's where we're from.
Because the very thirsty donkey inn.
The very first donkey inn. Yes, I've heard of it.
As well, they've booked me for a few appearances there, playing some music. If you're coming back within the next week, I should be there for at least 4 days.
Well, that sounds nice.
Just come call on me. I'll get you front row seat, buy you a whiskey.
That does sound like a good deal. Like,
So, all right, good night. And he rolls over and immediately goes, and immediately falls asleep, and he snores loudly.
It's Mel Brooks.
Yes. True. Very true. All right. Well, you're welcome to continue your conversations if you like. If you do not, we can wake up in the morning, and continue our journey. Your call.
You've actually been going for a long time.
Yeah.
Yes. So
we'll put a bookmark here, and then next week, if everybody's all
good.
available, we can continue from there.
Actually, we can run once every 2 weeks, simply because, unfortunately, my life doesn't allow for running every week if I want to. But what I can promise that in the next 2 weeks, this is going to get a little less buggy and a lot better. We probably should have music next time around, and we now know how to play. I think this was lovely. I really enjoyed role playing with all of you guys.
Special thanks.
You're a
to the Land of
fantastic
Eem
bunch of people.
Yeah, that was
Yes,
fun.
yes. Absolutely, thank you. I'm beginning to like this system. We just need to grow into it and forget about D&D and learn a little bit how this works. So
I have to admit, one thing that was weird to me is that I didn't have a DM speaking Irish to me all the time, and then speaking angry Irish at me when we did something chaotic. My other DM is Irish, so it's just like it's a weird.
Well, that's what you got Selena for.
Yes, exactly. So, guys, you're phenomenal. Thank you very much for playing. We will do this again in 2 weeks. I will post the thing in the Discord, but here is a fun thing. Okay? There is not necessarily a full stop to this game. If you want to have conversations in between now and then, if you want to have some in-character chatter, if you want to narrate your last 2 legs trip to Bogtown, so that next game we begin with Bogtown proper. This is all available. We can do it in Discord, or Questline is persistent, so you can leave each other messages there. Just remember, no big significant things, no deaths, no fighting, nothing like that. Just pure role-playing, fun, character development, and all these other things. I will also clean up your inventory and make sure that you guys have all of your, tube stakes and whatever else you have. But thank you very much for playing. This was super fun. I can't wait for the next game.
I would also like to give a special thanks to Ben and James, the creators of the Land of Eem, for letting us play this on this fairly new website. It is very kind and considerate that you would help out fellow, what would it be, indie developer?
Yes, I guess so.
Also, I would like to give a special shout out to my little sister. She has a podcast called Q to Q. It is a podcast about theme parks, sometimes movies. I had mentioned this game to her, and she showed a little bit of interest into it. So maybe she could guest in one of our episodes? Who knows?
Sure, why not? Why not? We will figure it out.
But
all
anyways,
right, guys.
Thank you so much for watching, everyone. Especially you guys.
Yep.
Especially you guys, Ben and James. You are awesome.
Yes, thank you for playing. Thank you for, other things. And I will see you later. Take care.
Have a good night, everyone.